Hi, it's Oa and welcome back to my channel for another bullet journal video. And today I will be sharing with you guys 10 mental health related spreads. As always, I will be leaving all of my supplies in the description box down below, as well as codes for you guys if you are interested in getting a discount. And let's jump straight into this video. So this idea came from my personal life. I have some struggles with mental health, which is pretty common, and I use my bullet journal to help me. Mostly I make spreads. That's what helps me keep calm and stay in better mood and spirit. It's very calming. But I decided to find some spreads to help with you guys as well. Obviously, all of these spreads are not for everyone, and it is not a miracle recipe. You can find inspiration in what I'm doing, but it does not mean that it will work for you. So for this first spread, I did a self-care bingo. It is something that I've seen quite a lot. I don't actually use one, and I will be using this one in the future because I just filled it with a bunch of activities that would help me or make me happy, or just self-care in general. Obviously, this is something that you need to personalize to fit your personal life. For example, I have go on a walk with my dog. If you don't have a dog, that's not maybe something for you. But the way I did it is to draw a big box, which I separated by 4 on each side. So I have 16 boxes for 16 activities, and basically you just fill in and then you can color them in once you completed them. And the way I would use it is, once you fill out a line or a column, you can get yourself a little prize, or maybe save, I don't know, 2, 3, $5 and put them aside to buy you something, like a little self-care, or I don't know, maybe like a face mask. So yeah, that would be the like a reward system to help me do some more skincare, because I don't do enough, and I feel like it's really important when you already struggle. So we are moving on to the second spread, and it is a tracker for anxiety. I made this one because I personally do struggle with anxiety. You could change this for any other tracker, but I chose this one. And the way you would use it is that you have on the vertical line every day of the month, and then on the horizontal you have a scale from 1 to 10, technically 0 to 10, which is the vertical line, sorry. And you would start at the line closer to the date and go all the way through to what level of anxiety you had for that day. And then at the end I have a little section for any reason. It can be used for anything. If you had panic attack, or if you had medication, there is multiple ways to use this column, but I feel like it gives a little bit of insight in what actually happened, if there's any trigger. And then in the future, when you have for multiple months, you can look back and identify triggers and just have a better understanding on how your anxiety works and what helps to manage it. And I think it's a really useful tool and resource to have. The next one is a personal favorite from the summer. I used to have it a lot in my own personal journal, but I did stop using it because I was not staying consistent with it. I'm here to be real, and I'm not gonna lie and say that I am perfect at using my bullet journal. I am not, but this is a positivity tracker separated into 3 categories, and I saw this on Pinterest back in May of last year, I think. So it's been a little while, but basically it works the same way as the anxiety tracker. You have the days on the side, and for each day you would put one person you're thankful for in the first column, one small thing I achieved in the second column. It could be something as small as getting out of bed, or something as big as, I have no idea honestly, but you can put anything, even the smallest thing that you're proud of achieving for that day. And then one healthy food I enjoyed, and that is to help with actually eating one healthy thing a day. It is not to shame you if you don't like or you don't have a lot of healthy foods. It is mostly to encourage having a healthy snack during the day, or a vegetable with a meal, but it is mostly just to keep track and encourage, not to shame you. You could also just replace it with any other category if it's something you don't like, to write about your food. The next one is another spread that I tried and didn't keep up with it really well, and it is a 1 line a day, which basically means what it is. You write 1 line a day. So I used a colored pen, which are Tombow markers, dual brush, and just alternated doing 1 out of 2 lines. And basically you would just write 1 sentence or 1 line about your day. I stopped using this because I write way too much. I just started journaling again because 1 line is just simply not enough for me. But I feel like this is the perfect introduction to journaling, which is really mindful and helps a lot with dealing with what you feel. And if you don't have someone to talk to, it's a great way to feel like you still can talk to someone without actually having to talk. So that's really something that I personally enjoy doing. And it's really good to just start with 1 phrase and then you can build up to actually journaling, if that's something you're interested in. So our next spread is a mood tracker, which is one of the most basic spread you can do in a bullet journal. You will see me struggle trying to make it because it's not the easiest layout to do this. But the way a mood tracker works is basically to track your mood. You can choose whatever mood you want to track. I personally use smiley faces to rate my moods because I am not really great at identifying any of my feelings. So for example, you could use a system based on like happy, sad, anxious, any other one you could think of that you have a lot, and then you would just color it in for each day with the color corresponding to the mood that you have. And then you can see, for example, with your anxiety or with any other tracker, and relate and see how any other factor impact your mood. And just overall it helps, I think, to see how you feel throughout the month. So I use smiley faces. You could use it any other way, but I do think it's a really helpful tool to start identifying how you actually feel, and just overall I just like it. And we are already moving on to the next one, which is one that is brand new for me, never tried this before. It is a Doodle a day spread, and it's basically what it is. It's a grid with 30 days. Unfortunately, I did not have space for the 31st day. If it's a month that has one, but you could add it. But basically you would use this as 1 square equals 1 day, and every day you spend a little time doing one small drawing or doodle or anything that you want, basically. You could also use this to do like a little calligraphy or really basically whatever you want. But I do think it's a really cool thing to set aside a dedicated moment to try and think about nothing else than this drawing. I am someone who has a big passion for drawing. I've been drawing my whole life. I am a huge fan of mangas, so the way I would use this is by drawing like manga faces, because that's something that I love to do. But you could do basically anything you want with it, and I don't know, I think it's a great mindful practice to just spend the whole day just thinking about nothing, like 5 minutes. What did I say the whole day? I wanted to say every day, to dedicate 5 minutes, maybe before bed, to unwind and just get your body and mind to relax. So yeah, I will definitely try doing that a little bit more often, just because I really think it's a good practice. And we are now on to highs and lows of the day. It is kind of in the spirit of the 1 line a day, except it is smaller, because you have 2 columns for each day to write one highlight of the day. So like one thing that made your day. A good example would be if you saw a rainbow, or if you hung out with a friend, or anything that made you feel super good about your day. And one low, so anything bad that happened during the day. I know that sometimes it can be hard to think about positive things, because when we have mental illness, it's easy to only see the negative. So I feel like this is a good in between, because you can still express the negative, which is not a bad thing. It helps put everything in perspective and have a better vision of the overall day. So that's why I personally use it. I've been using it since December, or maybe before, I don't remember now, but I've been using it for a little while now, and it really helps for me to put things in perspective, and just have an overall vision. For low, it could be some kind of pain. I don't know if you had back pain that day, if you saw someone you didn't like. There's so many things that can go in that category. But yeah, it's a spread that I like to do in my personal journal. We are getting close to the end with another journaling type spread with a gratitude log, which I'm sure you have seen plenty of times, which is just basically to write something you're thankful for or grateful for. I know that it's not always the easiest to do. I had this last year around this time of year, and I completely stopped using it because it was too hard for me to think about one thing for every single day, because I just ended up saying the same thing over and over again. So I don't know, it can be for you or not, and that's totally fine. It's just some inspiration, but I thought I still include it just because it's still a good spread to practice gratitude and being thankful and seeing the positive, which is always a good thing. So we are on to the third to last spread of this video, and this is things to do when I'm feeling down, and it is a list spread. For me, I have a 28 day list, or 28 things. And the way you would use this is just basically to list things to do when you're not feeling good, when you're in your feelings, and when you really need to do something else and just forget about the fact that you're not doing well, or to improve your way of feeling. I don't know what to do. I really don't know what to say. For me, it would be go on a walk with my dog, spend quality time with a friend. Sorry, I really can't talk right now apparently. Or I don't know, take a bubble bath. There's plenty of things. I personally love reading, so I would definitely put that on this list. But it's just sometimes you don't have the capacity to think about what could help you, and this is a great way to just have that in the journal and just go back and reference to it. And now these two last spread go together, and they are an ideal night and morning routine. I started with the morning routine, and I did it a little differently. I separated into two routine for each. One for low energy days and one for high energy days. You could also have a medium energy day. I just didn't really have the space to do it. But the way I see it is that you can have an ideal morning routine with a bajillion things to do, but you never actually do it because you don't have the energy. And usually for me, I feel like a failure because I cannot stay on a routine consistently, and it's too much for me sometimes. So I decided to make this spread and separate it for low energy. For me, for the morning routine, I have only 4 steps. One of them being waking up, so really I have 3 steps. So it is wake up, have breakfast, then skincare and brush teeth, which is really important, and then make my bed, and that's it because it's low energy. And then for the high energy, I have wake up, do a light stretch, make my bed and open my window, have breakfast, do my skincare and brush my teeth, put makeup and do my hair, plan my day, and then start my day. But I feel like it's good to recognize that we don't have the same energy every day, and it still feels good to know that there is an option to do less and not feel like it's a bad thing or feeling like we judge ourselves for what we do. and I don't know, I just really like it. And then I have my night routine, which is a little bit special to me because I do bullet journaling every night. But I have eat dinner, which is when my night routine starts for the low energy, and then bullet journaling, doing my skincare and brush my teeth, and then I do some journaling, and then I get ready to go to bed, and then it's bedtime. Usually I go to bed at 9. I know it is really early, but I am someone who needs a lot of sleep to be able to function, and it's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with that. For the high energy, I have eat dinner, bullet journaling, shower, skincare and brush teeth, journaling, get ready for bed, meditate, and then bedtime, which is half an hour later when I have a lot of energy left, just so I'm actually tired when I actually go to bed. So this video is pretty much to an end. I hope you enjoyed and that I was able to give you some inspiration to find things that will work for you and to help improve your quality of life living with mental illnesses, or just in general to help you have some new spreads to add. And I will probably have a part 2 coming in the future, so if you don't want to miss this, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, leave a like if you like this video, and I post new bullet journal videos every Saturday, so I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!